Hey everybody, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are all doing good. So I have so much laundry to get through. As you can see, it's literally like a whole, probably 3, 4 loads, maybe 5. So I figured since I gotta get it taken care of anyway, why not bring you all along with me too? So good morning, good morning, good morning. So yeah, how many of y'all have a lot of laundry to do too? I feel like there's always like a pile up. Sometimes I'm pretty good at staying on top of my laundry. The vast majority of the time I am not. So I'm just pulling you guys up here so I can see your comments as I go along here. So anyhoozle, how are you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. Is it still morning? It's still morning here. Hopefully it's morning where you guys are too. Hello, hello. All right, so let's dive in to all we have here in my laundry pile. Oh my word, y'all. Oh my word. It is just so ridiculous. So, all right, there we go. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Lynette. Good morning, Erica and Rosie. Hello, hello to you all. One thing, I always know that I am getting super duper low on laundry, like putting it away, when I have no kitchen towels. And so I think that's kind of like my cue. If I completely run out of kitchen towels, I really need to do some laundry. So it's just kind of silly. So anyway, it's all good. So morning in Texas, awesome. Hi Kirsten, good morning. Good morning, Kathy. So what do you guys have going on this weekend? I 100% forgot that St. Patrick's Day was Sunday. Not that we ever really do anything. I do have Irish descent, but I don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Are you guys doing anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? I actually have an autoimmune wellness class on Sunday evening. That's how I'm celebrating my St. Patrick's Day. So if you guys are interested in that, shoot me a message on my Annie Simple Life on Facebook, and I will make sure you are a part of that group. We're going to talk all things autoimmune wellness because we are an autoimmune household here. So that is something that is super near and dear to my heart as far as being as healthy as we can be with autoimmune considerations. So started training. Erica, that's so good. She's running her first 5K for Run Disney. Now, girlfriend, I have never done that, but if I were, I've done 5Ks before. I've done them all here in Central Ohio. I've never actually gone anywhere to do them, but if I were to do another one, it would definitely be a Run Disney 5K for sure, because that just seems super fun, being able to like run all the different, like through the parks and everything. I just think that'd be so much fun. So that's awesome. I actually have a friend that does that quite regularly. She's done the full marathon and the half marathon, and then I think there's one that's like a half marathon followed by a full marathon or something. The Goofy, maybe, something like that. And she has done that multiple times, which I'm totally jealous of because I could walk a 5K. I'm not sure I could run it, but maybe I could. Oh no, Rosie, you have the hiccups. Girlfriend, I get violent hiccups. Like, if I have them now that I said that, I'm probably going to end up getting the hiccups. But you can hear it from like the next house over. It gets real bad when I get the hiccups. So yeah. AIP, I know. Lynette, yes, you are too. And I think you liked my photo that I updated in the group. So that's good. Lost 110 pounds. That is such an accomplishment. Oh my goodness. And that is a great way to celebrate. Oh my word. That's so good. Oh yeah, the dopey. That's right. That is such a big deal. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to give you a round of applause, Erica, because how amazing is even losing like 5 or 10 pounds is just something that's so great. 110 just like totally takes the cake there. That's awesome. So good. I love that. Oh my goodness. So what else is going on with you guys? Anything exciting? Glove. The weather here is so ridiculous right now. And I'm thinking of you guys in Nebraska, by the way. I had no idea that there was so much flooding and all of that going on. I saw a couple of my Facebook friends have been posting about that. And that's just like, oh my gosh, like destructive flooding in Nebraska. So we're definitely thinking of you guys. Yesterday here, we had really severe thunderstorms, like lightning and thunder and all the things. It was like mid 70s, and then today here, the low is like 20s. So the weather here is ridiculously crazy right now, but in like a lion, out like a lamb. Is that what they say? Something like that. Counting down till lunchtime. I am with you. I'm hungry, so yeah. I will be live here with Mr. Simple Life doing a lunchtime chat if you guys are interested in learning more about our Disney preferences. We have been really enjoying those. I hope you guys have been enjoying those too. Oftentimes when we eat meals, we put YouTube on and we watch like Tim Tracker, or we watch the Diz Unplugged, or like Michael K, or I don't know, other people that we watch too, Spokesman and everybody that always do their Disney kind of stuff. So we've been enjoying just having our own little Disney chats and everything. So hopefully that's been fun. Hey Lynn, how are you? Eating lunch, I have to be at work at noon. Oh my goodness. But not bad for maybe a half day, question mark? Half day of work at noon? Hopefully it's only a short day for you and not something super duper long. It is Friday though, which is good for most people. Although I think when you work for yourself, like what's a weekend? I think they said that on Downton Abbey. It was the Dowager, I think, said that. She's like, what's a weekend, when they were talking about like all that kind of stuff. And I totally agree with that, because it's kind of like, I don't know what a weekend is anymore. I forget now. Yes, half day, good. Eating lunch too. Okay, perfect. Awesome, good for you guys. Speaking of Downton, I'm pretty excited. They're doing like tours of like an exhibit or whatever, exhibition around the US. And they've literally like recreated some of the scenes from Downton Abbey. So it's kind of like a museum sort of thing, but you're like walking into like legit, you're in the dining area of Downton Abbey and like all these things. And we're going, and I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's going to be, it's down in West Palm Beach right now. And when we go down to South Florida in a few weeks from now, we're going to see it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have been missing Downton, and I'm so excited for the, what do they call that? The movie, but I think there's like a title for it now. But anyway, there's a Downton movie that I'm like ready for. So it's just gonna be super fun, and I'm excited about it. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm excited? I love Downton. That is the one show that I don't think I can ever get tired of watching reruns from. Are you with me on this? Like, are we all in the same boat here? I love me some Downton Abbey more so than probably any other TV show that I think I've ever watched. Although I have to say, I've been really liking Victoria, and now Victoria is like done here in the States, and so I think it'll actually be premiering in England soon, I'm pretty sure. But so I'm ready for the next season of that just finished here. I think Poldark is coming back here too. I love British like TV shows. It's like so good. No way. Okay, so Lynn, you're gonna have to tell me about this. Lynn's saying she got tickets for the New York one in 2017. Now I saw the previews for the 2017 one. I didn't know that they were still gonna continue doing these. Like I thought it was just like a one and done kind of thing. But apparently it's not, and I am so ridiculously happy about it. I can't wait. And like I was literally the Downton fan that on Black Friday was like standing outside of World Market waiting for my free Downton mug. Like it's that bad. But I love it so much, and I'm so excited. My mother-in-law, they're down there right now in that area. They're not in West Palm, but around there, close to it. And so she texted me, she's like, do you guys want to go? And I'm like, yes, of course I want to go. I can't wait. So I'm super excited. Yay. So anyway, I will have packing videos coming up soon. It's interesting because we're going to visit my in-laws at their condo. Last year, we went down in May. And when we went down, I brought some clothes down so that I wouldn't have to repack everything every time we go down to see them, because it's like a permanent place. So I have some clothing down there already, but I forget what I have. So I'm like, shoot. So I'm gonna have to probably ask them to like look in the drawer and tell me what it is that I have in there, because I don't remember. I do remember from my videos, the ones that I filmed, like probably 4 some videos from when we went down in May. So I have to look at those, and that'll kind of like hopefully spark my memory, but I just don't remember what I brought already. So anyway, Lynette. Oh my gosh, Downton's my favorite. Now here's the thing. So my husband was convinced on it before I was. At first, when I first saw the first episode of Downton, I thought there were way too many characters and I couldn't keep track of them all. Like it was just, I don't know, too many people. Like there's literally like 20 characters going on at like one time, and I was like, I can't, my brain, I can't keep track of all this. But then after I watched a couple more episodes, then I was totally hooked, and then we just watched every single season, and it was like our jam. We loved it. So love Downton. My sisters do are planning on seeing the movie. We are too. We don't really see movies like in the theater very much, but this is one we're going to make an exception for. And like we'll probably bring tea or something and be super nerdy about it. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to ask you guys too, have you been enjoying these live videos? I have lost 60 subscribers since I started doing. There is nothing that will hurt your ego more than being a YouTuber, let me tell you. But if you guys have been enjoying them, I would appreciate your feedback. And if not, I would appreciate that feedback also. It's something that is a whole lot easier for me to put out consistent content when I don't have to sit there and edit and like be all super, you know, fancy professional. I could just be myself around y'all. So if you've been liking them, please let me know, because apparently 60 people have not, which in the grand scheme of things is not that many people, but you know, it's just one of those things. So anyway, oh good, I'm glad you like them, Lynette. Awesome. Yeah, I've been enjoying doing them for you guys, which I guess is the most important thing, right? If I'm enjoying what I'm doing, then that's a good thing. I hope. But I don't know. So anyway, just wanted to ask and see what you guys thought about that. But well, my laundry pile's dwindling. This is good. I'm getting through all this stuff. Oh my word. Another load downstairs right now, and it's not even like we, you know, wear a ton of clothes or anything. Like we wear the normal amount of clothes for normal people. It just piles up, and it's crazy. So anyway, as I was saying, so I will have some weird packing video coming up for you soon. Mr. Simple Life does not have clothes down in Florida. He didn't bring any down, so it'll be mostly packing his stuff and then other things that I might just want to leave down there for the time being. So, oh, bye, Lynn. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so that'll be coming super duper soon, and I think I'll probably end up continuing the live videos while we're down actually in Florida. Most likely. I don't see us as not doing that. So, but anyway, all good stuff. Oof. So what else is going on? Anything new in anybody's daily routines? Same old around here, I think. Nothing too super exciting going on that I can think of. I've got a couple of concerts coming up pretty soon. I've got 2 in April's going to be another busy month for me. If you guys followed me at all on other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, you probably know that February was a really ridiculously like over the top busy time for me. April is shaping up to be that way as well. With the travel and everything, that travel's always kind of hard, even though like I can work on the road and things like that. Just being in a different place, like a different location, can kind of like take a little bit of adjusting. But then also I have rehearsals leading up to that. I have rehearsals after that. So and a couple of concerts in April and early May. So it's just kind of like a super busy time. But out of Ninja, oh no, Lynette, we've had that too. Luckily we're not out right now, but I do know that feeling, and it's like mid-afternoon slump and you're like, what am I doing with my life? So I know how that goes. Luckily I already have a starter kit, oils down in Florida at my in-laws condo with a diffuser down there, which is good. And then we're gonna pack the packets to take down with us, which are a little easier to send down there. But I am going to send my Essential Rewards order down to Florida. One, because when we are here, like be sitting on our porch if I don't. But also the shipping down to Florida has been actually really, really quick lately. So I'm like, well, I'll just order what I need for down there and just send it right down there, which is really a convenient thing. So that's always good. But yeah. So other things, I do have other travel happening this year. We're going to Salt Lake City twice. We're going in July and then we're going again in September. So that'll be fun. That'll be good. Luckily, we will have a break between coming back from Florida and then going down there. Not that much because summer will be here before we know it, as the weather is indicating right now here. But I don't know, I feel like this month in particular is absolutely flying by, and I feel like February was the same way. January was so slow for me. I thought like it was just the longest month of all time. I don't know why time seemed to just crawl along in January, but February completely flew by, especially the last half of the month with how busy it was. And then this month is just completely flying by already. I can't believe we're like halfway through the month now. It's like, where is everything going? Time is just like zooming by me, but what can you do? That's what happens when you get older. So Easter will be here before we know it, and like all the things, and it's just like, what is going on? Oh yeah, and I still haven't even thought about like what we're doing for Easter and stuff this year. I'm assuming, I think my in-laws will be back, so I think we'll probably get together with them. We'll get together with my parents and all that. I'm assuming the Easter Bunny will probably visit our house here. I have to figure that out too. I don't know. I don't know. Should I keep doing that? Am I too old for that? Probably. Probably too old for the Easter Bunny to just come visit Mr. Simple Life and me. Sometimes you do what you gotta do. So I don't know. Haven't decided there yet either. In years past, the Easter Bunny has come to visit, which was always very nice. So maybe he'll make a stop. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but oh my goodness. Yes. So anyway, have you ever seen this shirt? Mr. Simple Life made this for me. It's a little mini. Isn't that cute? From Etsy, one of the Etsy shops, I don't know, from years and years and years ago when I was like collecting Disney decal type of things. I don't know. But here's the funny thing. So I did a KonMari of my closet. When was that? Like in January maybe? I think sometime. And I realized that the clothes that I have, it's funny because somebody asked what my style preference is, or like what my style inspiration is, and I'm literally sitting here thinking, well, it's circa 2001. I mean, literally most of my stuff that I have is from high school. Actually, these pants, I wore these yesterday, we just got them washed, are literally from when I was a junior in high school. They still fit me. They're from New York & Company. So they're nice brown pants, but they're literally from high school. And I am pretty far removed from high school at this point. So it's kind of like, you know, like I think it's time for a wardrobe refresh, because literally the vast majority of my stuff is like that old. And I think we all go through that, getting rid of our college stuff and getting rid of like all those things. And I'm to the point now where I'm ready for a wardrobe refresh. It's time. It is time, that's for sure. But I don't know. So anyway, the KonMari stuff, it made me realize that I don't really have a whole lot of clothes that I love. I just kind of like wear them because I have them, but I don't know. We all kind of go through that little thing, I think. I am ready for a new wardrobe. And just sitting here folding these clothes, it just validates everything that has been going through my brain. Like, yeah, it's time. It's time for brand new clothes. I'm ready. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should ask for that for my birthday or something, like a Target gift card or something. Something where I can get something that looks a little nicer than stuff I wore in high school. I'm just saying. I don't know. But what can you do? Oh well. And it's funny too, I was watching Tim Tracker and Jen Tracker yesterday or 2 days ago, and they were doing a walk around of Disney Springs, like what was new in the shops there and everything. And apparently those patches that you iron onto like jean jackets and stuff are back in style. And I remember being obsessed with patches like in high school. So it's like the cycle has come around again. And it's just like, what is going on? I used to like decorate pretty much all my things, like my backpacks and my whatevers, with iron-on patches that would very rarely actually stay ironed on after you'd wash them. So then you'd have to like super glue them on, and then it just looked awful. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't believe that those are back in style, and they're selling them at Disney for like $9.99 per patch. I was like, man, if I just kept these, they would be worth a pretty penny by now. But yeah, I was like, why are these still in style? Like, who decides that it's time for these things to come back? That's what I want to know. I don't know. It's just funny. But then that also makes me think too, like, okay, so are my things from high school back in style? Should I just keep them, you know? So I don't know. I'm just like inner conflicts. What can we do? Oh my gosh, Young Living people, by the way, if you're out there, if you have your Essential Rewards order this month and you're getting the towels, these are the best towels of all time. I ran out of paper towels today, so this is what's going to be our paper towels for the day. They're so good. That was free in Essential Reward orders. I don't remember how much. But anyway, best high quality towels of all time. I love them. They are so, so good. So just a shameless plug there. I really, really enjoy those towels. So they're super good. But anyway, so what else y'all got going on? Anything new and exciting? Same old stuff? Same old stuff here. For me, I don't really have too much exciting going on. I don't think there's, I'm excited to go back to Salt Lake this summer. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. If you guys have never been to Salt Lake City before, I absolutely love it. It's like, as far as a big city goes, it's about as clean as it comes, it seems to me. Everything is just so pristine there. And yeah, I really like going. The altitude doesn't bother me. It hasn't yet anyway, knock on wood. But it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous city. Got a pedicure on Monday. Ooh, nice. Show off your toes. Well, that's good. That's very exciting. I haven't had a pedicure in like years. I think I've only actually ever had one in my life. I don't remember having another one after I had the first one. I think the first one kind of traumatized me. But yeah, that's very exciting. I like manicures though. I've had manicures done a couple of times. Pedicures, I don't know. My feet are so flinchy that I'm just like, I just sit there and like trim her a little bit. But I don't know. That's just, yeah. That's funny. Good on you. I feel like too, I need to like book a massage or something. Oh, a Valentine's gift. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love that. That's super good. My Valentine's gift was roses this year, which was very nice. They lasted a really long time, which was a good thing. Always nice to have fresh flowers in the house. That's something else that I want to do, is just get some more springy in the house. I actually still have my winter stuff out, my winter decorations and things, so I actually do need to do a little switcheroo now that it's starting to get a little bit warmer. We're starting to get there anyway, although the next few days it's going to be super duper chilly, like in the 20s here. Luckily no snow as far as I understand. I think it's just going to be cold and gray, which is pretty typical of Ohio at this time of year. In the spring and the fall, it just kind of tends to get gray. And not very whatever, but I have seen robins, so robins are coming, which is a very good sign for spring here in my neck of the woods. So that is a good thing. Yes to massage. I agree. I think I need to get those like as a normal part, or a chiropractor or something, because I'm feeling like my neck needs a little bit of work done. I don't know. Like, it's almost like I either sleep really strangely or I just hold a lot of tension in my neck or something. I'm not exactly sure like what. I don't know, but I need a little bit of help. Something needs to happen. So anyway, okay, I'm kind of like drowning in my piles here. How can I do this? Let's go back. Oh boy. Oy, oy, oy. Sock. Hopefully I have matching socks. I feel like every single time I do laundry, I'm missing a sock from somewhere, and I don't know what happens to them. They just kind of like, I don't know if my dryer eats them or like what actually happens. It's a little strange. Oh yeah, New York, PA border, same weather. Yeah, I think a lot of this like Eastern Midwest Is Pennsylvania considered Midwest? I know Ohio is, but is Pennsylvania Eastern? I don't know. I don't know which it is. But yeah, like I feel like we do all the way out to New Jersey. Oftentimes we'll have like very, very similar weather, at least from what I noticed. And it's funny too, Lynette, this was probably before you were in my oil family. I did a road trip through Pennsylvania out to New Jersey and up into Connecticut and Vermont and, you know, Massachusetts and Maryland and all of that 2 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, like almost 2 years ago to the day, which was such a fun trip to see everybody out there. But it was I'd never making that trip before. Like I've driven out to Washington, D.C. twice, but both times I was super duper like young. I was in elementary or middle school, I guess, and then high school again. So I didn't really see the terrain really or appreciate it as much as I did or do now. And Pennsylvania is just so pretty. Like I didn't realize how hilly parts of Pennsylvania are. And we drove down to Virginia, Massanutten area, well, I don't know, like 3 years ago or something. And going through West Virginia and all that, you know, obviously was really pretty, but we came back a different route than we went down, and we realized that Pennsylvania was just as pretty, and we were like, we should just like come here for a long weekend because it's just so nice. Like where I'm at in Ohio, it's flat. Like there's nothing, no hills, no nothing. You don't really get that until you get south Ohio, because really north there was like glaciers and I don't know, and it flattened everything out. And so up here it's just flat fields and not a whole lot of anything of hilly nature. And Pennsylvania, I was just so impressed with how beautiful like the hills and everything were. Like you could get a really nice rental and have a beautiful view and like not really have to go that far. And so I don't know, we're gonna have to make another trip out there, I think, because that was a really fun time. Well, also fun to meet everybody too, but just really nice like viewage. I thought that was really good. And I think partially too, that's why I like going out to Salt Lake also, because it's just so pretty and so different from what we're used to here. And also, I mean, too, when we went out there, we went out to Utah before we actually went to Salt Lake. I had, it was like, I don't know, 6 months before that, and we went to Monument Valley and just seeing, which I guess technically is Arizona, but we kind of drove past Arches and like on the way down, and it's just such a different world than here, than cornfields and flatness. So yeah, it makes you really, when you get to visit, it makes you really appreciate all there is here in the good old US of A, let me tell you. And also with how much we vacation down, here is, oh, Toledo, yeah. Toledo is also rather flat. We've been up there too. But going down to Florida too, like Florida's flat, right? So it's just like, I am just so used to flatness. But being able to see like little tiny hills just makes me happy. Things that, you know, people that are local probably, you know, take for granted, right? Maybe, because you see it every day. I take the flatness for granted because I'm just like, this is kind of ugly. So, I don't know. Yeah, funny how we all have different perceptions on what America looks like. So, yes. Toledo actually was part of that trip. The last time I was up in Toledo was about, I think, 2 years ago, almost to the week. Yeah, we went up to Bowling Green kind of area and up into Toledo for an essential oil class. So yeah, that was the last time I was up there. It's been a while now, but I like Toledo, NVG area. We actually drove through it also to get up into Detroit when we were going up into Canada. We went up to Canada the following month. And so we drove that kind of same direction up through Toledo and then up into Michigan and all that. And actually, that was my first time that I'd ever been to Michigan, too. I'd never been up to Michigan. And from what I hear, Michigan has some really pretty parts also. Like, I was always under the impression that Michigan looked a lot like what I'm used to, right, here in Ohio. But no, there's like, I mean, the lake is obviously beautiful and everything, but Oh, 5 to 6 hours from Ohio. Yeah, that's probably right. Because I think from where I'm at here, I think we're like 3 hours to Pittsburgh, something like that. My alarm keeps going off. So yeah, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's just such a, I don't know. And when we were driving through Pennsylvania, we were like, this is the longest state ever. Like, we're still in Pennsylvania. We are still in Pennsylvania because we drove literally the whole way. What was that, 70, 80, whatever it goes all the way through. I think maybe they both do, through Pennsylvania. And we were like, we're still on it. We're still driving. But it's so beautiful. We love it. So yeah, we need to, I feel like we need to do more traveling like around the US, because I've been to, you know, the corners of the US, but I've never been to the middle part. I've never been to Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Minnesota, anywhere like in that Limal area, or like, you know, the Dakotas or anything in there. I've never been to that part, Missouri or anywhere like that, Iowa. But we've been pretty much most other places at this point in time. So it is the longest state. Yeah. Oh, you're 4 hours from Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're way farther east than I was even thinking in my brain. So yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. But it's a pretty state. So, you know, I think I would rather, like, comparing long states to long states, I think I would rather drive through Pennsylvania than like the length of Florida, personally, for me. But I don't know, maybe it's just Florida driving and I don't love anyway. When you go down there a lot, you can't really avoid it. It's just kind of what happens. So anyway, that's okay. Oh, yoy. All good stuff. I'm trying to think what the most like unique state that I've been in. I think honestly the biggest eye-opener states for me was Colorado and Utah and Arizona. Because Florida really, I mean, outside of the ocean, looks similar to here, because of like the flatness and stuff. And like the eastern part of the US reminded me a fair amount of Ohio, kind of. But yeah, there was just something special about, not, I guess, yeah, Colorado too, but really about Utah and Arizona. I really enjoyed that type of landscape and scenery and all of that, way more than I was expecting that I would. I was a little apprehensive we went to Sedona, and we flew home from Phoenix, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect, because I was like, I'd seen pictures of like the desert, right? The red rocks and like that kind of thing. And I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to like this. It was so like arrogant of me to assume anything. I should not have assumed a thing. But anyway, so when I got out there, Monument Valley literally like made my jaw drop. Like, I was not anticipating at all being so like taken in by the bigness of it. And I should have assumed that, because we went up to Banff in Calgary, Alberta, Canada area. And the size of the mountains up there, where you can't, like, if you take a picture, I mean, you cannot put yourself in that without seeing it. Like, it was so big. So Monument Valley reminded me a lot of that bigness, that vastness, and it was so windy. Like, that was kind of, and it was really cold because it was November. It was like right before Thanksgiving, but it was just so beautiful. And then it looked like a movie set, right? Because they've shot so many movies there too, like Western types of movies and things like that. So it was just really interesting to see that landscape. It was just something unlike I'd ever seen. And we actually drove down into, like, to get closer up to where the actual monuments of Monument Valley are. I don't know, are they mountains? What are those things that come out of the ground? I don't know. Yeah, it was so pretty. And then I was like, okay, well, I love seeing this. I'm ready to see some green. And so Sedona was the combo of seeing lots of green, like foliage and trees and things, but also that red, and the red against the green, and like all the pictures. There was just something about Sedona that I just absolutely loved. And I would go back to Sedona in a heartbeat. We stayed in a VRBO there. That was really a great, nice, beautiful rental. Super close to the town center, main drag through Sedona. Sedona is a very, very small town per se. But there were like wild boar in the backyard that just kind of paid us a visit. I wasn't quite sure what they were, but I heard like snorting. And so I looked out on the porch, and sure enough, there were these wild boar like just kind of making their way through and just, going on. And I was like, what is happening? Because I'm used to squirrels here. I am not used to wild boar or anything of any sort of fancy nature. So I wasn't quite sure what to do. We didn't leave the rental. We just kind of watched them. But it's just, there was something so different also about the energy of Sedona. And I don't know how exactly to describe it, but they do have like the energetic vortexes and stuff. Yeah, the board like totally caught me off guard, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. It's like, this is really strange. So we went to the Airport Mesa Vortex. We went to a couple of the other ones, and it just felt like there's something special there, and I don't exactly, I can't explain it. We met this guy who plays like a recorder type of flute up at one of the vortexes. What's his name? Can't remember his name. But he gave both Mr. Simple Life and myself a little heart that he had carved like out of stone. And I guess everybody he meets, he gives one of these things to with like a blessing and all that. And it was just so cool because you park the car, you hear this like flute sound coming from the mountain, and you're just like, this is a really like special place. So it's just kind of cool. I don't know. The adventures of Annie's Simple Life. I haven't been a lot of places, but the places that I've been have been really kind of neat to see, and I would totally like go back in a heartbeat. So, but anyway, things that you guys are going to be seeing here soon is Florida and Salt Lake City. So hopefully that's exciting for you guys. I don't know. Hopefully it will be. So anyway, all right. Well, I am down to the end of my piles. Yay! I have made it. And sure enough, like clockwork, I am missing some socks. Which I anticipated is probably, that's not weird for me. Of course, I am missing some socks. So, oh well, that's okay. I'll find them another day, probably. Maybe they're in another load of laundry. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm going to put these away. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you want to join me for lunchtime, we're having another Disney lunchtime chat. Probably be around 12:30, 12:45. We are talking about the rides that how long we would wait for rides, or how long we will not wait for certain Disney attractions. So Hershey, Pennsylvania, I've heard good things about Hershey. I have heard good things. I've not been there yet, but I do know a lot of people really like it, and like Hershey Park, and like there's all these things there. So yeah, I'll have to check it out for sure. Yeah, definitely need to put on the list. So, all right, y'all, well, have a good rest of your day. I'm going to come up and say bye to you. Ooh, maybe. There we go. And, ooh,